How are we, folks, and good afternoon to you. We're going to make a start on this sucker, but it is almost 5:30 in the afternoon, and I still have to go home and finish sand the surf ski that I finished, other than final sand, over the weekend. So gonna go home and do that. But I'm gonna try and get this all sanded with 320 on the orbital. And then tomorrow it'll be ready for wet sand. And I've done all of the poly pours today. So they're all back waiting to be clothed tomorrow, sanded and clothed. And all of the epoxy pours and foam pours have been done for the day as well. So I'll maybe spend an hour sanding this thing with 320, and then we'll leave the wet sanding for tomorrow. Go home, wet sand and polish the surf ski. And we are pretty much fully sanded. It does take a little bit longer starting with 320, but there's just way less odds of exposing weave when you're sanding. So I'd rather do it that little bit more. There are a few little spots that still need touching up. You can kind of see some shiny bits there. So tomorrow we'll run back over the flats again with some fresh 320 before we move it outside and wet sand. So that is all. It's about 6:15, I think. So I'm gonna go home, sand, polish the surf ski. If you haven't seen this, this is Torren Martin and his filmer Ishka, and it's his trip around New Zealand. We would highly recommend watching the series. It's free on YouTube. It is officially the next day. So now I'm gonna spend the afternoon finish sanding the timber board. I've given it a quick once over with the orbital. The owner slash creator actually was just here. He happened to be driving past. So he came, had a look, we had a chat about it. So now it is outside on the racks, waiting for wet sand. If I had to have one complaint about Futures boxes, it would be that they send you the screws separately to the boxes. So you order 10 boxes, say, they send you 10 screws, but they put the screws in a little plastic Ziploc bag, not in the boxes themselves. So the amount of times I've installed Futures boxes and forgotten to put the screws in the boxes for the customer, and then they ring me a week later like, hey, I'm down the beach and I can't put my fins in because there's no screws. And that's it, she's finished. This thing is sick. And this will be the last time I ever touch it. It's, I could weigh it, but I don't have any scales with me, but it's something I should do. If I remember tomorrow, I'll try to bring the luggage scales and check the weight on it. I mean, it's heavy for a board, like heavy for a poly board, but not unrideable heavy, you know. It's made of wood and it's got fiberglass, so it's as heavy as you'd expect. Speaking to the maker today, he was saying that he's now putting the skin on the next one, so he's made another one of these the same, but he reckons he can cut about 50% of the material out of it to save on the weight. So we'll see when that one comes in how it compares, and maybe, depending what he wants to do with it, glass it the same way and then weigh both of these side by side and see what the difference is. And that is it, guys. It's done. So today we knocked out 2 kind of pressure jobs, I guess. So I do have a big pile of polys still left to do, but I think I'm going to skip them today because it's kind of getting late. But we do have 1, 2, 3 epoxy boards to go. So we might just work on them, get them done, and then go home for the day. I've started editing the next video, the Tuesday video, to follow up on this week's Monday video. Yeah, that's it, guys. End of the wooden board saga. Thanks for coming along. It's been fun, actually, and now I know that we can do that with kind of interesting, fun, special jobs. I will keep that in mind, and we will undoubtedly do it again. These videos are a lot easier to make than sort of normal public uploads, you know, like full-length videos. So yeah, they're kind of nice. I can just film them all on my phone. I edit them all on my phone, and then I don't have to balance the sound levels and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, they are a lot easier to make. Anyway, I'm back to the epoxy pours, so we will see you probably in a live stream tomorrow or Saturday, I think, because the comments are piling up really quick because of the shorts I've been uploading and the new video series, the Mondays, Tuesdays. So I want to stay on top of them as best as can. So we'll see you in a live stream this weekend. And I got an Ethernet cable, so the connection should be solid. Nice, guys. Have a good one. Cheers.